Hi, everyone. What a great night for some hoops. With a little more on the line, it's the NBA Cup, and it's in full swing. Alongside Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson. Also joining us tonight is League Insider Shams Charania. Shams, we appreciate you being here for this one.
Always a pleasure, B.A. Thanks for having me drop by.
Brought your A game, I'm sure, partner.
A lot to talk about, B.A.
Now we get a chance to check some stats for Jalen Williams.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
And a look at Minnesota's opening lineup. DiVincenzo and Edwards are the backcourt. McDaniels at the 3 with Randall at the 4. And it's Gobert in at the 5. And for Oklahoma City, 2 big bodies inside with Holmgren and Hartenstein in the middle. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the small forward position. And the Thunder, the second youngest NBA champion ever, Shams.
You know, B.A., sometimes I feel like you can't say enough about the job the Oklahoma City Thunder and that front office has done. Just absolutely remarkable. In that 12-man rotation last year, 5 second-round picks and 3 undrafted players. It's headlined by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Chet Holmgren, and J-Dub, a.k.a. Jalen Williams. But they've uncovered some real diamonds in the rough in Oklahoma City.
Well, they've done a great job acquiring those picks, acquiring players, and maybe most importantly, developing the players they have.
And B.A., what's scary is they've got their big 3 signed through the remainder of the decade, and they've got dozens upon dozens of draft picks, second-round picks, and pick swaps. They can keep contending for years to come.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening.
Shooting 2.
And he drops the first.
Certain guys can remake their games to fit the times. Randall's worked on his right hand and his jump shooting. He's a much more versatile threat now at the offensive end.
And Randall drops them both.
And having a big man like him who's efficient from the line used to be a luxury, but it's becoming more and more common.
Holmgren with a screen on McDaniels. Williams passes to Holmgren, lays it up and banks it in.
And this is where Holmgren is such a scoring threat. His size can make interior shots easier to find.
And it's Edwards with the ball for Minnesota. Outside, DiVincenzo. Outside McDaniels. The 3 ball. He buries it from 3.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
So it's the Thunder now. It's a 5-point game, coming off a win against the Blazers.
And at the offensive end, they were lights out in that game. They found all sorts of ways to punish the D.
The coaching staff had them prepared with a great game plan, and they went out and executed it.
Just 4 to shoot. Gilgeous-Alexander no good. He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. You know, Shams, last year we heard stars like Kevin Durant say they wish more attention was paid to the game. There is great attention paid to the game in a lot of different areas, and I know a lot of the older players are a little uncomfortable with that. Where do you stand on all of this?
Well, listen, B.A., every player deserves to have their perspective heard, and they're the ones playing. They're the product at the end of the day. Trades, signings, free agency, coach hirings, firings, that's all a part of the game as well. I think everyone in the game understands that. For me, as long as I'm being fair, accurate, responsible with everything that I do and my information, that's all that matters. I think that's all players, coaches, execs care about.
Here's Randall, following the bucket by Oklahoma City. Picked by Gobert. 4-3, and that's good. Randall for 3. Randall's got 5 now.
Yeah, a shot that Randall has added to his repertoire. Shooting the 3 with confidence now.
SGA against DiVincenzo. SGA passes to Williams. Lets the three fly. Drops in the three.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
And when you give up a three, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately. Yeah, he probably shouldn't have taken that shot there. The defensive intensity was all over him.
SGA finds Hartenstein. And Hartenstein slams it in.
Oh, he's a big guy, but he's also very athletic. Hartenstein playing well above the rim.
And it's Edwards with the ball for Minnesota. Outside, DiVincenzo. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Randall, good.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And now they are just going to keep riding that momentum with the hot hand.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I had a chance to catch up with Mark Dagnall. Coach spoke about how Rudy Gobert can change a game defensively. He had all the praise in the world, saying there are so few players at this level that can make a player fearful of shooting inside. Rudy is one of them. You have to get over the idea of hearing footsteps and be okay with having a shot blocked every now and then. Guys, back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie. Here's Randall, following the three by Oklahoma City. Outside McDaniels. Fires from deep. And DiVincenzo with a basket on the assist by McDaniels.
Oh, what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
SGA passes to Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort outside. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
Yeah, this quarter has just been a struggle for him offensively.
And Shams, the last few years, teams often giving up a lot of draft picks when they traded for a difference maker.
The market has changed, BA, and the thought process has been, assuming the trade moves the needle, those picks you're giving up aren't very good. But listen, if the trade doesn't work, you just gave up the farm. And that's the risk-reward that you play with as a general manager.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it, following the three-pointer by Minnesota. Here's Williams. Pass to Holmgren, over Edwards, and it's Holmgren missing.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Outside McDaniels. Now Randall, Dort defending. Tries a 10-footer. Yep, count it. Randall's got 10.
Defensively, their effort hasn't been great early on.
Thunder trail by 10. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He had 34 points in the win against Portland.
And he provided tenacious defense. Tallied a number of steals, which energized their team.
Now here's Holmgren. A shot to stop the run. And he lays it up and in. Holmgren's got his second basket on the night.
Well, you know, Chet has that in his game, and that's a nice job finishing off that play at the rim.
Edwards, the pass to Randall. Rejected by Holmgren.
That is just great rim protection by Holmgren.
McDaniels with the rebound. Hit his foot. And it's whistled a kick. Wallace, he's checked in for Dort. The Timberwolves lead by 8. Now here's Edwards. He had 19 points in the win against the Kings in Sacramento.
Well, he also did a great job on the glass, and it made a big difference.
Doesn't go for him. Randall with some nice D.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate.
They get the rebound. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. DiVincenzo, the pass to McDaniels. Minnesota again missing. The Thunder have got half their attempts to go, 6 of 12. And a busy summer for trade, Shams. What went into that frenzy of activity?
Yeah, only the Nets had significant cap space, so that meant it was going to be a lot of trades, not a ton of free agent movement. Also, with a much greater level of parity, the East is wide open, and teams are really sensing there's a chance here to go for it. We saw that with the Desmond Bane trade in Orlando.
You feel like we may go on the same kind of roll next summer?
BA, I think next summer there'll be much more free agent movement. There's going to be about 10 to 12 teams with significant cap space in the summer of 2026.
Chums, you got to get all your cell phones charged up, baby.
They're ready.
Well, he's already an elite player in this league, but Jalen Williams now showing you that desire and hunger to keep getting better and adding to his game.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Reed's checked in. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Minnesota leading by 7. McDaniels passes to Gobert. McDaniels a screen. Edwards looking for an opening. Minnesota needs to get off a shot. Reed for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. And the Timberwolves lead by 10.
An excellent perimeter offense so far. Their shooters are clearly in a great rhythm.
Holmgren with a screen on DiVincenzo. SGA passes to Williams. Here's SGA. Connects on the 17-footer.
And that's Shea's favorite spot on the floor. His mid-range game is automatic.
The Timberwolves have gotten 8 of 16 attempts to fall. And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
And things are always changing throughout a game. Teams have to adjust on the fly.
Yeah, it gives you a chance right here to reset, get everybody back on the same page so you can execute.
And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. Williams comes in for Chet Holmgren. Caruso, he's checked in for Jalen Williams. And Isaiah Joe subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And then for Minnesota, Ingles, he's checked in for McDaniels. Dillingham comes in for Edwards. And Mike Conley is subbed in for DiVincenzo. And here's Reed. Checking his numbers, he's put up a little over 9 points a game. Now Conley. Shot clock at 6. Here's Ingles. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play. And for all the talk of parity and a different champion every year, Shams, the Thunder might have something to say about that.
They're going to have a lot to say about that, BA, because listen, it was a dominant title run last season, and with their entire core young and improving and all locked in through the remainder of this decade, and dozens of first round, second round, and draft swaps in their treasure chest, they will remain the favorites until further notice.
But again, we said that last year, so who knows?
They keep trading punches, both teams in a groove early.
Well, if you love high-scoring games, you came to the right place.
And Minnesota with possession here. They've got a 9-point lead. Pass to Reed. On the wing, Ingles. Outside Conley. And here's Reed. Gets the 3-ball to go. Reed's got 6.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
Here's Wallace. He's scoreless. Pass to Joe. Up and over Conley. And not going to go. He misses his first attempt of the night.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Wallace, the pass to Williams. And here's Caruso outside. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. They put up a nice win against Sacramento last time out.
Yeah, they wanted to win the physical battle in that game, and they did. Their rebounding numbers really paint the picture.
Second chance points once again making the difference, as is often the case.
Now here's Wallace. He's averaging about 6 points per game. 6 to shoot. Caruso finds Williams. Wing shot on the way. The rebound by Ingles.
He just couldn't finish the job that time, and too bad, because it was a nice look.
Dillingham with the bucket.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And from the opening tip, they've been locked in. Just look at the score. That tells you all you need to know.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it, following the score by Minnesota. Caruso, the pass to Joe. Here's the three. And Barrage pulls it down.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Stolen by Conley. Here's Dillingham. Some solid defense from Williams.
Oh, gritty defense. Protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
Back to Caruso. Pass to Wallace. Just 5 on the clock to stop the drought. Conley with some nice D.
He was bothered just enough to miss that shot. That's good work by the defense.
There's 21 seconds left in the opening quarter. And here's Reed. Williams defending with the fadeaway. No good on the shot.
Trying to do a little too much with that fadeaway. There wasn't anyone near him.
Here's Caruso. Can't hit that one. And so it's Minnesota up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. More 2K action in just a moment. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
And their ball movement has been next level. When your team is playing unselfishly like this, that is tough to beat.
Thunder trail by 14. And Shams, we're seeing a transition in regional media, the RSN, the Regional Sports Network, with cord cutting impacting revenues.
Yeah, local RSNs is a big part of the NBA, and the availability of local team broadcasts via streaming is certainly skyrocketing. Every team, Utah, Phoenix, has their own flair to this, and it definitely has the potential to unlock an even larger viewership. The national broadcast is big, guys, especially here at 2K TV, but the local audience is very much an important part of the NBA ecosystem.
They've got Cason Wallace, Aaron Wiggins out there with Jalen Williams. Then it's Williams, and it's Caruso in at the 2 spot. That's the group for Oklahoma City, getting going in the second. Wallace's shot is good.
Well, to stop him, you have to get better rim protection than that.
And so it's Conley who brings up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Oklahoma City squad.
This team downed them in last year's conference finals, ultimately ending their championship dreams.
Now here's Randall. His last outing, we saw him score 22. Here's Reed. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Reed's got 8.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
And they are just breaking the will of their opponent.
Williams in the post. Check by Randall. Williams' shot is good.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Minnesota leading by 10. Randall outside. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Lets it go. Misses the jumper.
Yeah, it's been a tough game for him with his shooting. Fortunately, the rest of the team has picked him up, and they have the lead.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, way, Jalen Williams has become an all-star and a key player for the Thunder. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander said he allows us to really do anything out there because he's so versatile. He's been special for us and is a big reason why we are where we are. He just does whatever it takes to win. Back to you guys.
He's a big factor. Allie, we appreciate the report. Shannon's checked in for the Timberwolves. The free throw drops for Williams. And this summer, the NBA owners approving the $1.5 billion sale of the Minnesota Timberwolves, Sean.
How about that? An absolute steal. We're never going to see a team sold for $1.5 billion again, BA. When you see a team selling like that, it means more investments are coming. The Wolves play in the second oldest arena in the NBA, so I'm told getting a new one built over the next decade is the next order of business for the Timberwolves.
Feels like the right time for an up-and-coming team. They were almost there last season. And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Jang, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Dillingham's checked in. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Outside Conley. Up top Reed. 5 to shoot. That one's good. And it's Conley who picks up the assist. And that's 10 points here for Naz Reid.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
Wallace outside. Pass to Williams. Let's go with a three. Dillingham with a rebound.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
Conley passes to Randall. Now here's Ingles. Three-pointer by Conley. That one's good. Conley's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
Just a smart offensive player. Conley is aware of when he should look to rise and fire. Whew, I love it.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Randall against Williams. On the wing, Caruso. Back to Williams. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Williams has got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, that's the modern NBA right now. Give up a three on one end and have an answer the other way. Williams, great job with the response.
Now here's Conley, averaging around 6 a game. The kick out to Ingles. Here's the three, and the Timberwolves hit again from deep. And with picks 2 and 3 in this year's draft, Shams, we saw the Spurs and the Sixers add to already crowded backcourt rotations.
The draft is really a talent grab, so you have to go for the best available. But we saw in the finals the value of having multiple guys who can play with the ball in their hands, spread the floor, do multiple things on the court, and the competitiveness is a big part of this. The ability to play both ends is a big part of this. So all of those traits increasingly important to win in today's NBA.
Some changes for Minnesota. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Reed. Jaden McDaniels comes in for Ingles. And it's Anthony Edwards in for Dillingham. Now here's Edwards. A reliable go-to guy for them. He's averaging around 26.5 a game. Yep, that one goes.
And just working his way inside, keeping Edwards out of the paint is not an easy task.
Thunder trail by 12. Here's Williams. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Williams has got 12 points in the game.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
Minnesota's gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. Randall, right side. Pass to Gobert. Here's Edwards. 6 on the shot clock. Gobert with a screen on Caruso. Edwards finds Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
And just so mobile at his size. Once Gobert sets the screen, he rolls hard to the right spot.
And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. For the Thunder, Hartenstein, he's checked in for Jang. Holmgren comes in for Wiggins. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Wallace. DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Minnesota. Thunder trail by 12. Gilgeous-Alexander up top. DiVincenzo covering. Holmgren against Randall. And it's Holmgren missing.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Minnesota shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. They throw good, Edwards.
Well, we know Edwards has an impressive skill set, but what really separates him is the competitive edge that he plays with.
Randall, the pass to Edwards. Outside McDaniels. They grab their own miss. For 3, DiVincenzo connects from downtown. DiVincenzo's gotten his 2nd bucket on the night.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Williams passes to Caruso. To the paint. It's blocked by Gobert.
He's led the league before in blocks, and Gobert, one of the best.
Down low. Randall can't hit. Thunder trail by 16. Caruso with it, and it's Gobert picking him up. Caruso, the pass to Holmgren. Shoots over Randall. And another miss by Oklahoma City.
Well, I think at this point the whole team is pressing, but he certainly looks frustrated.
Nice shot by DiVincenzo.
Well, that's 1 in the first, and now here's his 2nd in this quarter. The defense might want to run him off that line.
And here's SGA. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. It's an understatement to say they're on a roll. They're coming in on a 15-game winning streak.
And it has been a lot of fun to watch these guys. It looks like every team they face is trying to end this big run. I've been on both sides of the game like tonight's, and I'll tell you, it is tough to keep a streak going. There's a lot of pressure.
And the finish on the break with the slam.
They're really in control on both ends of the floor right now, forcing turnovers and finding easy points while the other guys struggle to keep up.
And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Reed's checked in for Minnesota. And now let's see how teams compare in the early going with a look at the power rankings. Taking a look at the Timberwolves, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Checking out Oklahoma City, they have started this season on the right foot, securing the top spot with their high-level play. Now, the question is, can they hold on to this ranking?
Now here's Holmgren, giving them some good production, putting up just around 16.5 points a game. Minnesota leading by 21. Pass to Reed. Williams against McDaniels. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Reed, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. DiVincenzo can't hit.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
You're best to get out of Gobert's way. You don't want to be on the wrong end of that dunk.
Here's SGA after the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago. Pass to Williams. Pure from three-point range. Williams has got 15.
They are shooting it well from beyond the arc right now.
DiVincenzo, the pass to Edwards. Here's Gobert. Now Reed. The three. Doesn't fall. Now 4 for 6.
Yeah, another miss from downtown this quarter after being hot in the first.
And that one's good. Holmgren.
And they seem to have found a nice groove here in the second period.
And here are the Timberwolves. They're on an 18-7 run. Here's Edwards. Pass to Gobert. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Hardenstein's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And here's Caruso outside. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 assists in the game. Here's Gobert. Reed in the post. Holmgren's there. Reed can't hit. Here's Oklahoma City now. They've gone on an 8-0 run. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Ooh, Shea showing no fear inside.
That's a high percentage look for SGA.
Minnesota leading by 13. Outside, DiVincenzo. Reed sets a screen. And here's Edwards outside. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Holmgren's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's SGA. Out left to the wing. Hardenstein passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Impressive finish by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, the defense was getting physical, but Shea was able to maintain his balance and convert that.
Here's Edwards. 1:36 left in the first half. Reed a screen on Caruso. Ooh, and once again off the mark by Minnesota. Well, we know you got to get going, but thanks, Shams. As always, it's been fun and informative, my friend.
BA, no problem. Always glad to join, but I got to go. I got to get to this news right now.
Man's got things to do. Always a pleasure to have Shams drop in. He knows everything that's going on in the league. Oh, look at Rudy Gobert!
An awesome athlete. It's fun watching Gobert get up and hammer it down with force.
Thanks for that great view, courtesy of the AT&T Connected Cam. 1 minute left in the half. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Give him 8. And Gobert with a block. Here we go. Get up, Anthony Edwards.
Oh my, Edwards looking to demoralize the defense a little with that one.
There's 42 seconds left in the first half of basketball. SGA against DiVincenzo. That one drops for him. And that's now 8 points for Chet Holmgren.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
And it's Edwards with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
Wiggins, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Dort comes in for Caruso. DiVincenzo against Gilgeous-Alexander. He nails it. That's his 5th make in 11 tries.
They're really working the paint now.
Edwards against Dort. On the take, Edwards. Yes, it's good. Edwards got 7 points here in the quarter.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
And so it's Minnesota in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. How about the way they've attacked the paint? This throwback approach is paying off. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this.
Well, first half in the books, and fellas, Rudy Gobert is feeling it in this one.
Yeah, Ernie, he's owning the paint. Everyone out there is just paying him rent, swatting shots, intimidating, dominating. And those boards, sealing off the glass. Outstanding so far.
And let's move on to the race for Rookie of the Year. A lot of young talent in the league this season.
You don't slow play rookies anymore. They get thrown into the fire. And these guys have responded well.
Offensively, yes. But defensively, they still have quite a bit to learn.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. Jalen Williams really making a difference here.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Well, and I expect they're going to continue to lean on him as we continue in this game. Why not? The way he's playing right now offensively.
Well, few descriptions more glowing than saying a player is clutch. What, in your opinion, Grant, enables a player to be that way?
You know, B.A., it's about confidence and command. When you're able to process and execute under the pressure, both internal and external, that's when you have a chance to be clutch.
On the court for the Timberwolves. Edwards is the 2, McDaniels the 3. Randall and Gobert are in the middle, and it's DiVincenzo in at the 1.
If Gilgeous-Alexander gets into this kind of rhythm from deep, he is even more dangerous.
Randall outside. No good from outside.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's Williams. Kicks it out to Holmgren. Over Randall. Off the mark. Had a chance there to trim it to single digits. Outside Edwards. To the inside. Gobert. Gobert powers it home.
And how about Edwards? Keeping his head up and spotting the open man.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Up top, SGA. DiVincenzo covering.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
And here's Edwards outside. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Holmgren's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Williams, rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Yeah, just 25% to start this half. They're going to have to start getting higher percentage shots.
Thunder trail by 12. Here's SGA. He's got 13. Count it. Good. SGA's got 15 points.
Well, it's been SGA's night, whether it's in the half court or out in transition.
Gobert with a screen on Dort. Pass to Gobert. Driving inside. Can't cash it in from close range.
Well, it certainly hasn't been a smooth start after the break. Just 1 for 5 here to start the third.
Inside. The kick out to Williams. And with that one, the deficit trimmed to single digits. 18 points for him.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. You love seeing these type of results.
Up top, Randall tries to break his ice. And there it is for him. And the Timberwolves lead by 9.
That's just a smart play right there. The right pass to a ready shooter.
And Grant, this defense of the Timberwolves, one of the league's stingiest.
Well, if you look up and down their lineup, not many weak links for opponents to target. And then, of course, you've got 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert, on that back line. BA, they're tough. And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. We are now into November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference. You look at Oklahoma City, they love where they stand right now, first place. And of course the Timberwolves, 3.5 games behind.
Seeing where the Timberwolves are, they've just been relentless coming out of the gates. And what I love is that everyone is focused. You couldn't have asked for a better start.
Yeah, coming into the year, they were certainly one of the favorites, if not the favorite. And they have not disappointed.
The 3 from Holmgren. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 11 rebounds in the game.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Drains the triple.
Well, Ant will pull up from anywhere beyond the arc. Of course, more than comfortable letting it fly from the corner.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Holmgren against Randall. Will it go? Randall with some nice D. The Timberwolves lead by 15. DiVincenzo finds Edwards. That three's off the mark. Oklahoma City's gone 7 of 14 from the perimeter in this one. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. The Thunder are trying to be efficient scoring. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander said, quote, ultimately, it just comes down to taking what the defense gives you and trusting your teammates. You need them to win at a high level. That's clear as day, and I want to win at a high level, so I have no option. Back to you, Brian.
Sharing the rock. Allie, appreciate the report. And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout, and we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. Trailing by 17. And after this one, they're at home against Phoenix. It's game 3 of a trifecta at home. Pass to Williams. Holmgren outside. Shot clock at 6. 4-3, Holmgren.
Yeah, it's just too easy for Holmgren. Man, is he fun to watch operate off the catch.
Outside McDaniels. Over Williams. McDaniels can't hit. Oklahoma City's gone 3 of 4 from outside in the second half. That shot, no good. Randall with some nice D. The Timberwolves lead by 14. Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Randall. From the arc. Williams grabs the board.
Yeah, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Holmgren, the pass to Hartenstein. Back to Holmgren. Williams from long range. That one's good. 7 for 10 now.
Well, you got to be able to shoot fast in the league. So it's nice to see Williams doesn't need a lot of setup time.
Back to Randall. Edwards for 3. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Hartenstein's got his 8th rebound here tonight. SGA with it. DiVincenzo picks him up. Man, Hartenstein slams it in.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
In order to cut into a lead the way that they have, you must be outstanding on both ends.
Here's Randall. He's got 15. Pass to DiVincenzo. Minnesota again missing. Here's Oklahoma City now. It's been 8 unanswered for them. Williams finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren right side. There's the 3. Oh, and a great assist by SGA. That one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got assist number 8 now on the night. And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. And the Thunder making a change here. Wallace is checked in. Well, we've seen outstanding defense this season, and here are the teams leading the way in steals. The Timberwolves, number 1. Second, the Thunder.
Forcing mistakes is a point of pride for both clubs. They're willing to gamble to cause disruption.
And Minnesota with possession here. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Randall, good. Randall's got 17.
And that was a timely basket to stop their momentum.
Thunder trail by 8. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Randall's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And SGA throws it down.
North of the border, he's north of the rim.
And so it's Minnesota with it. Tim, watching Chet Holmgren, he brings a lot to the table.
Well, absolutely, Brian. He's got a wingspan of 7.5 feet, but still has touch from deep. It's really something to marvel at. Chet is redefining what a stretch big can be in the NBA.
And just an agile move by Edwards inside, allowing him to beat the contact.
A terrific view of that move captured on the connected cam, thanks to AT&T. And for Oklahoma City, their shooting has been good, around 52% from the field. Pass to Wallace. Now here's Holmgren. Holmgren using that length inside.
And Holmgren already has the trust of his teammates, which is why they set screens for him.
Randall, a screen on SGA. DiVincenzo, pass to Edwards. Hartenstein pulls it in. Here's Oklahoma City now. They're on a 15-4 run. To the middle. Here's Holmgren. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 13 tonight with that one. Minnesota leading by 6. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
After a solid first half, he's now forcing things and getting a little careless with the ball.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Naz Reid's checked in for Julius Randle. Ingles comes in for McDaniels. And Conley subbed in for DiVincenzo. The three from Holmgren. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. And so Conley will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. A slam dunk by Reid.
Can you say natural leader? Conley is especially effective at running the offense and involving his teammates through his passing.
And here are the Thunder now. Now here's SGA. He's got 17. To the inside. Hartenstein. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 9 assists now tonight. And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. For the Thunder, Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. Wiggins comes in for Chet Holmgren. And it's Alex Caruso in for Jalen Williams. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Minnesota leading by 6. Right side Edwards for 3. Conley. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Here's Wallace. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Wallace has got his second basket of the game.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting 42% in this third quarter. There's the foul. It's on Cason Wallace. That's his first foul of the game. And Minnesota making a change here. Dillingham's checked in. And here's Conley. To the paint. Here's Baron James. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Yeah, we've seen Conley do this forever, running the point with precision.
Now Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 17. On the wing, Caruso. There's the triple. That shot off. Minnesota leading by 6. And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That'll be a second foul of the game. Conley looking for an opening. And great passing, so often the thing that separates the good from the great. Who, for your money, Tim, is the best in the association?
Well, what's crazy, B.A., is I think the top of the list belongs to a center. That's right. Nikola Jokic, to me, an all-time talent, still in his prime, and his playmaking ability, unquestionably, the best we have ever seen at the center position.
Never seen any player like him. He's amazing.
Maybe never will, either.
First free throw is good. Well, Grant, you look up and down this Thunder roster. It is just loaded with winning players.
Yeah, B.A. Guys who are going to make the right play, defend their spot, move without the ball. I mean, they've built something special in OKC, piece by piece.
Conley against SGA. With some arc. SGA with the float game all day.
Their spacing isn't quite as good as it was in the first half. They may need to hit more threes to stretch that defense.
The Timberwolves lead by 6. Outside Conley. Outside Reed. From outside the arc. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up. Reed's got 5 points in the quarter.
His efficiency throughout this game has really been something, and his team has been able to succeed in large part because of it.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And Baron J pulls it down.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
Pass to Conley. Here's Dillingham. Watched by Wallace. Ingles from outside. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got his 5th rebound in this one. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Wallace. There's 38 seconds left in the third. Just 5 to shoot. Back to SGA. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. Caruso misses. The Timberwolves lead by 9. Ingles with it. Caruso covers. Pass to Conley. Here's Dillingham. Back to Conley. The 3 is up. The shot that time not on target. Wallace outside. Caruso outside. Let's go with a 3. Can't get it to drop. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And they push the tempo in this one, getting out in transition and making the defense pay. We'll be right back with you shortly. With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting it well, almost 50% from the floor. Jalen Williams is out there with Williams. Then it's Alex Caruso. Then it's Cason Wallace. And it's Wiggins in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup for Oklahoma City. Reed with it. Reed to screen on Wiggins. Shot clock at 5. Ingles from outside.
And this half has been a totally different story from deep. Having a harder time getting shots to fall.
Here's Williams. Pass to Wallace. With the teardrop. Conley with some nice D.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Here's Ingles. And so the ball out of bounds. Dillingham touched it last.
Not sure what exactly happened there. It didn't look like they were on the same page.
Randall against Williams. A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone now. Sinks it from distance.
He's taking what he can get here, has a 3 in each half.
And Minnesota has possession. Now here's Conley. Reed finds Conley. Here's Dillingham. He's guarded by Caruso. 5 on the clock. Fires from deep. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Williams has got his 6th rebound on the night.
It's been a quiet game for him to this point on the offensive end, but the team has still played well enough to hold the lead.
And that really has to lift his teammates' spirits right now.
I'll tell you, Grant, these second chance buckets could be what this game comes down to.
Well, in a game this close, that is a huge play.
Randall inside. Williams defending. Shoots a fadeaway. Minnesota again missing. Thunder trail by 4. And here's Wallace. Pass to Williams. Back to Wallace. Here's Caruso. Dillingham with a rebound. Dillingham's got 4 rebounds now. Outside, Ingles. Now here's Randall, pounded by Wiggins. And Randall the bucket on the assist by Ingles. Randall's got 9 points here in the second half. The Thunder have gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Williams from long range. He's now 8 for 11 after that made shot.
He hit 3 triples in the first half, 3 more since. That's nothing to shrug at.
Pass to Ingles. Fires for 3. Oklahoma City grabs the miss.
I'm surprised he missed that one. He is a dangerous guy to leave open.
Williams, a screen on Conley. Williams passes to Williams. And they're unable to get the tying bucket there.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
Here's Caruso. Here's Wiggins. Soft touch off the glass.
They've still got work to do, but it's impressive how they've battled back.
And they've made some big plays to get back in it. This game is a toss-up now.
Pass to Reed. Over Williams. And that one's long.
And normally that's an easy 2 for him. I'm surprised he missed that one.
Wallace, the pass to Caruso. And Mike Conley picks up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game. SGA's checked in for Wiggins. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Edwards, he's checked in for Dillingham. Here's SGA. Nice shot from the wing. SGA's got 21 points in the game.
They fought so hard to get themselves in a position to win this game.
Well, they've shown great determination, and that speaks to the overall character of this team.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Well, Grant, we've heard Anthony Edwards talk about trusting his teammates. He understands you need everybody.
Yeah, a lot falls on his shoulders offensively with this team, BA. So those playmaking decisions in the moment, a lot easier said than done.
The first free throw is good.
They're one of the best leaders in the NBA. This team loves having Mike Conley in their locker room.
Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Wiggins comes in for Wallace. And then for Minnesota, Gobert comes in for Reed. And Jaden McDaniels subbed in for Ingles. And Conley drops them both. You know, Tim, when it comes to deflections and steals, who's better than the Thunder?
The answer, nobody. They pressure the ball, they run swarms of defenders at you, and they have a way of overwhelming and exhausting their opponents.
And it's Holmgren missing. And so it's Conley who brings up the ball for the Timberwolves. Earlier they held a 23-point lead. For 3, Randall. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Holmgren's got 11 rebounds in the game. SGA against Edwards. Here's SGA. Holmgren. Great positioning on the putback.
And this is what Coach wants to see from Holmgren. Outworking the defense to get a second chance look.
Edwards, the pass to Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
Beautiful look right there. Led his man perfectly.
Here's Oklahoma City now. They're on a 14-6 run. Pass to Holmgren. The 3-ball. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Randall's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, they have owned the offensive perimeter throughout this game, finding lots of openings and turning them into big shots.
I really like their effort in transition tonight, constantly pushing the pace and then turning that into points.
Isaiah Hartenstein's checked in for Oklahoma City. The Timberwolves also with a sub. DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Mike Conley. Thunder trail by 4. Now Gilgeous-Alexander kicks it out to Holmgren. Jacks up a 3. That doesn't go either for Holmgren.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it. He's been tremendous at corralling misses all night long.
His effort has been there since the opening tip. He is leading the way by example.
Here's a look at the schedule for the Oklahoma City Thunder. On Friday, they'll be playing against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. And then on Sunday, they'll be matching up with Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers.
And for that game against the Warriors, anything can happen in the NBA, but they'll be a heavy favorite, and it would take a total meltdown for them to lose.
Lou Dort, he's checked in for Caruso.
He couldn't sink them all, but did just enough to make this a 2-possession ball game.
The 3 from Holmgren. That shot off the mark. Good work defensively by Randall. The Timberwolves lead by 5. Edwards for 3. A rebound by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, he is off from deep. Maybe it's time to look for another option.
And that one drops. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 13 in the second half.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, when you're coming down the stretch, you don't want any wasted possession.
Dort against Edwards. Over Dort. Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota. Back to Hartenstein. Pass to SGA. Fires the 3. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got his 18th rebound here tonight. All over the place. DiVincenzo, the pass to Randall. Now McDaniels. Williams defending. Knocked away. And stolen by Holmgren. Now Williams. To tie it up. That one goes. And that's his 9th made shot in 12 attempts.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively. He's been way off the mark in this second half, just unable to get any kind of rhythm going.
To take the lead, Randall pulls down the board. Randall's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Down low. Here's Gobert. Gobert working inside.
Yeah, and Gobert's teammates encourage him to seek out his offense, especially when he's this deep.
Oklahoma City trailing. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Clock at 6. Holmgren outside. 4-3. Minnesota with a rebound.
He just can't get anything going in this quarter.
Oh, how about that?
Oh, out of my way.
Oh, a rugged competitor. Randall's teammates trust his ability to make plays in big moments.
And Oklahoma City shooting about 47%. A nice number. Tries the spin move. Now SGA. Outside Dort. Here's the pass to Williams. Ooh, the 3 doesn't go. And here's Randall. He'll bring it up for the T-Wolves. Anthony Edwards reigns one in.
This small advantage is starting to snowball.
And one thing about this league we know, momentum can change in an instant.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, Mark Daigneault was just reviewing the plan with his team. And a big reason their team is down, the three-point line. Coach saying in the huddle, we have to battle on the perimeter. They're outplaying us from the arc. Guys?
And Allie, thank you for that. Thunder trail by 7. SGA with it. Outside Dort. Outside, Williams. Holmgren! The free ball is down!
These moments are important for Holmgren's development. He needs to keep sinking those big-time shots.
Here's Edwards. Here's Randall. Picked by Gobert. Strong finish by Gobert.
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 1:43 left to play in the fourth quarter. Here's the pass to Williams. The triple drop.
Williams is like a vibe. I mean, this guy gets it. He knows they need points there, and he takes it upon himself to deliver.
The Timberwolves lead by 3. Outside Edwards. Now Gobert. Oh, he jammed it.
And the trust this team has in Gobert. They know he looks to come up huge in the clutch.
And the Thunder shooting around 42% as we continue play in the fourth quarter. SGA just powering through contact.
Well, it's a pivotal point in this game, and you expect SGA to step up.
And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
Here's DiVincenzo. Gobert with a screen on SGA. Oh, got a piece of it. Holmgren against Randall. Randall rips down the board. Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, B.A. The clock is theirs to burn. Huge bucket from Gobert, answering the call when his team needs it.
And the Thunder in possession here, trailing by 5. Nice open look, but it's no good.
Yeah, so many times we will see shooters of any caliber miss that wide open 3.
He drops the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. The second free throw, no good. Tough break there.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
Well, they need a quick bucket and a foul.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point ball game. Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. There's 21 seconds left in the final quarter. Your thoughts, guys?
Too little, too late. Making a change won't save them now.
Well, you're going to have to play this out. Take pride in every possession because they are critical at this point.
Jalen Williams. It's good from beyond the arc. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead, and so they foul intentionally. Good on the first, and that increases the lead to 6. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
And if you get a chance to build your lead at the free throw line, you've got to take it.
The three is in!
He is such a smart player. Jalen Williams thinking people around him better.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Stepped up to the line, and he took care of his business and guaranteed the win.
Oh, it doesn't go! And now they decide to foul intentionally. He gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. He's off on the free throw, unable to get the second one to drop. So we see the Timberwolves get the win here. And how about that performance in the NBA Cup? 4-0 in the group phase. They advance to the quarterfinals.
Yeah, while they've been dominant so far, it's single elimination going forward. A whole new game, but I do like their chances.
And now let's check in with Allie LaForce with the player of the game. Allie.
Rudy, you guys came to play tonight. Can you talk about the motivation right from the opening tip?
We just wanted to have a good defensive game, come out ready and make sure we communicate and run back, because these guys are very talented, and we did a great job.
The communication paid off. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. With Tim Legler, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. As always, we appreciate you tuning in tonight. And let's reveal our player of the game, Rudy Gobert.